After spending years dominating the NBA landscape, the Golden State Warriors have seen an unofficial end to their dynasty come about over the last couple of years. But given how they started off the 2024-25 season and the quotes from their head coach, the team might not be done making noise in the Western Conference. The new-look Warriors could make some noise this year. Things are bound to look different this season. For the first time since 2011, the Warriors are without Klay Thompson, one of the greatest shooters of all time, who formed a big three in Golden State that lasted well over a decade. He has moved on and is now a member of the Mavericks, and the Warriors appear to be in scramble mode in trying to replace him. But despite missing out on free agent and trade targets over the summer, Steph Curry and company have reason to believe that there is some hope for the upcoming campaign. But before we begin, something else should be put to notice: Fume. Have you heard that the flavored air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoking? It's a whole new movement towards better habits, and that's where Fume comes in. What would happen if you, dropped a vape from 40,000 feet in the air? Well, you might want to find out once you've tried Fume. What if you had a terrible habit that you just wanted to kick? Well, what if I was to tell you there's a better alternative that helps you kick your bad habit in an enjoyable way? Something you can take out with you. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device. Fume draws flavor to your mouth. Fume fills the void ditching a bad habit can leave. You still have something to reach for. Fume has served over 300,000 customers, and you can be the next success story. For a limited time, use my code SWISHCENTRAL and get your free topper. It's the perfect accessory to your Fume device. Slip it onto the mouthpiece for a softer, warmer feel. It's chewable for those who love to fidget, and it's reusable. Head to tryfume.com. That's tryfum.com and use code SWISHCENTRAL or scan the QR code on screen to get your free Fume topper when you order your Journey Pack today. Let's begin. One of the noticeable things about the Warriors roster coming into 2024-25 was the depth. Steve Kerr has been criticized in the past for his rotations and how he uses the players on the roster. It was thought that perhaps there were too many mouths to feed on this year's depth chart, but everybody ate during Wednesday's opening game against the Trailblazers. The Warriors went 14 deep during the opening night contest, with 12 players racking up at least 10 minutes of playing time. All but one of the 14 scored at least 2 points, and 3 bench players finished in double digits. When asked about the rotations going forward, Kerr was quoted as saying, "This is the deepest team I've ever coached." Kerr has preached depth all preseason, and now that the regular season is here, he's happily going to play 12 players pretty much every night, which wasn't even something he did at the height of Golden State's powers.
We're going to do it. I've never played 12 before, but we're going to do it. So it's not easy, but it's not easy on anybody. But we just have to trust that from one night to the next, we're going to find guys and combinations that really work. And the guys have to understand that some nights their night, some nights not.
Stephen Curry only played 25 minutes, but that was mostly because he didn't have to play much longer, as the Dubs quickly built an insurmountable lead. Kerr complimented the team's chemistry all night, despite several different lineups taking the floor. In recent years, the Warriors have struggled with injuries and suspensions, but with an incredibly deep roster, they can likely bounce back from unexpected losses in their lineup. Andrew Wiggins finished the night with 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, while shooting 8 of 14 from the field and 4 of 7 from the three-point range in 23 minutes. After the game, Wiggins made a bold statement when he met with the media.
Man, I feel like this is a very deep team, so it might work for real. I feel like we have a lot of good players that can come out, and our point of emphasis is to run. Play fast. And you play fast, guys are gonna get tired, and I feel like when the bench comes in, we're not gonna miss a beat.
Do you feel like that played out tonight in terms of playing fast and subbing in guys quick and them feeling the effects of that?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think, we got the deepest team in the league.
The Warriors aren't seen as a contender right now, but they have a very deep roster with the additions of Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, and DeAnthony Melton over the offseason. Wiggins is also expected to have a big bounce-back season after finishing last year with averages of 13.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.7 assists per contest, while shooting 45.3% from the field and 35.8% from the three-point range in 71 games. Stephen Curry spoke highly about the team's current roster. The Warriors' locker room feels different this season in the sense that it's filled with players who not only buy into their roles, but also have no egos.
It's a beautiful locker room, guys that are happy to be here, happy to play the way that we do. I understand everybody's gonna get an opportunity. Coach has done a pretty good job of explaining, the situation we're all in, like in a positive way of, again, how many guys he would like to play and how many guys can play. And to your point, you have to have, again, a commitment and no agendas, no egos.
Chef Curry's quotes aren't necessarily a shot toward his longtime running mate, Klay Thompson, but it's certainly not a coincidence that he said this after what he went through with him in the last 2 years. The toxicity in the Dubs locker room goes back to when Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole, and it has never been the same since. That's why this season, Curry is looking forward to being in a locker room without all these external problems he couldn't control.
Well, healthy egos of when you're out there, like you know you're supposed to be out there, but if it's not your night, you can't bring the team down with your energy. So I haven't seen any red flags with that, which has been great.
Buddy Hield will never be able to replicate Thompson's legacy at the Bay, but he can certainly bring his own dynamic, which could be enough to help the Warriors have the redemption year that Steph is aiming for. The Warriors didn't trade for Buddy Hield last summer in hopes he would make everyone forget Klay Thompson. The idea was for Hield to do something even better, make everyone remember Klay Thompson. Nobody wants to forget Klay. If this is an indication, Hield simply will keep alive the tradition of the Warriors having the most devastating 1-2 punch from three-point distance in the league. It could turn out to be a different version of the Splash Brothers, the Splash Buddies. Hield came off the bench, played a cameo-like 15 minutes, and scored 22 points, shooting 5 for 7 on threes and grabbing 5 rebounds. Then Hield said something startling. He was asked by Monty Poole of NBC Sports Bay Area if he has always felt this level of freedom on the court, playing the way he wants to play and being a part of a group with which he is in sync.
I don't want to bring it up, but I think the last time I was free like this was in Oklahoma.
That was in college. Since then, Hield had played 8 NBA seasons with 4 teams, entering Wednesday's opener. He has long since earned a rep as an outstanding three-point shooter. This is the situation Hield has been dreaming of his whole pro career. Dropped into a motion flow offense perfect for his quickness and stamina, surrounded by teammates who know how to get him the ball, who will reward a man who works hard for his shots, and playing for a head coach who designed an offense for someone stylistically, three-ball-wise, similar to Hield. A fellow named Stephen Curry. Kerr is counting on younger players like Brandon Pajimski and Jonathan Kuminga to step up their three-ball shooting, taking more shots at a better percentage, and that could happen. But with Hield, no stepping up is needed. He arrived ready to fire away, confident, committed, and proven. And though Hield has not played at a Hall of Fame level like Thompson did in his heyday, Hield is a comparable shooter, and seemingly not burdened by the spiritual funks that plagued Thompson in the wake of his long siege of injuries. And at 31, Hield is also 3 years younger than Thompson. Thompson, for his career, has attempted 7.6 treys per game and made 3.1, a 41.3% clip. Hield also has attempted 7.6 per, making 3.0, a 40.1% clip. And Hield did not have the advantage of Steph Curry's gravity or playing in Steve Kerr's system. Hield is not as good as the vintage Klay, but the Warriors couldn't have found a better man to fill Thompson's shooting shoes. Perhaps because of Hield, Kerr is placing a big emphasis on threes this season. The Warriors under Kerr revolutionized the use of the three ball. The rest of the league followed along, and now the Warriors are playing catch-up. Last season, the two teams taking the most three-pointers were the Celtics and the Mavericks, your NBA Finals matchup. So the 3 is here to stay, and the good teams are firing away. The Warriors want in on that action, and Hield is the man who can take them to a new level. He's not likely to get many starts, if any, but that seems to be of little concern to Hield. If he can keep shooting like he did Wednesday, Hield will stir up memories of the NBA's classic off-the-bench scorers, like downtown Freddie Brown of the Seattle Supersonics of the 70s and early 80s, and Vinnie Microwave Johnson of the Pistons of the 80s and early 90s. Both were vital cogs in championship teams. If that happens, the Warriors' march to mediocrity could turn into something cooler than that this season. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to our channel.